5 years ago, at the request of one of my sisters, I put together a video about how to tie my bandana, and I entitled it, How to Tie a Bandana for Bikers and Hikers. I'm not monetized. I do my YouTube videos for friends and family, and a lot of different subjects that I cover relative to my personal life, like organic gardening and backpacking and going to Edisto Beach State Park and doing lots of things like that, growing Japanese persimmons and showing people how I do it, and having tremendous watermelon fields that where I can just go in and eat watermelons anytime I want, because when I was a kid, that wasn't something you could do. Just walk into a field, kick open a watermelon with your cowboy boot, and just eat the heart out. And so I do some of those videos. But this video that I did for bikers and hikers, it surprised me. 363,000 views and 5,000 likes, and very gracious comments, very kind comments about how this tying that bandana was helpful. Well, it was also suggested that I mention, which I didn't mention in that first video, that this is something that people who have cancer, and just what they call a cancer cap, that they could tie it for that purpose as well. But shortly after I made that video, I altered the back side of how these bandanas look. I did it to cover my neck, but I like the style that I have now, and I've been using it for the past 4 years, and thought some people might appreciate how to tie this. Now, this is not something that's very quick. It takes a few minutes to tie these, but it may be something that people want to see. It's a different style in the back than I had before, and so don't know how well you can see this, but quite a bit different because it covers up so much of the back. And that I like. And I can tell you this, that with the cancer that I have, that's been continuously being a challenge for me, and being able to cover it up and be sociable with people, to be able to figure out a way to do that with the shades and the bandana and the bandages that I've had to have and find, this could be helpful to other people. Because I'm not monetized and not making money with these things, I just do it for friends and family. Some of the subjects that I've included, if you go there, just type in Perry Rush Edisto Beach, and you'll get me. Or Perry Rush geodes. Went to Utah, and with my son we hunted geodes and then cut them, and so I have those things. You'll also see me sharing with you on that site things that may or may not have an interest to you, but again, I do these for friends and family. You can get these bandanas at Walmart. I've gone there, and I don't know what they cost now, but they were $1 a piece when I was buying them, and I get a lot of them and fold them up and use them for a day, maybe two. And I even went and had my wife, I bought some cloth, and my wife simply cut me a bandana, and then it's a full square, and then I put it into this kind of triangle type thing, and you can make them bigger or smaller, and different colors and thicknesses, and so it's entirely up to you as to how you might do this. But I thought I would show you how I tie mine, and this is one that it's a little larger and it's thicker, and it's a kind of pattern, a color that I liked, and so I just take this and fold it into a triangle, and then take this and put this triangle over your face, like I'm going to do here, and then bring it together and tie it in the back. And you're simply going to tie a granny knot and make it kind of snug. Then you're going to go ahead and take the bottom corners, and hanging on to the bottom and taking the top, you're going to lift it up over your face. And then you're simply going to pull that bandana all the way back until it comes to the tip of your nose, and kind of level it off so that it feels kind of balanced. Then you're going to take this, squeeze it to your forehead and then simply twist it several times and pull it off to the right side. And then you're going to go ahead and try to make a tight wrap here. And you're just going to fold it under and keep doing that, making it tight, and then go over to the left side because it doesn't have as much heft to it because you laid all that extra material to the right side. But make sure you get to that left side and start folding it there as well. Now I can't see what I'm doing. I hope that what I'm showing you is something that you can easily see. And tie this or fold this up until you get to the eyebrows and it starts to come off the ears. And then you can simply take it off the ears and then pull it down to the eyebrows. And once you've done that, go ahead and you've got all this tail. Let me show you here, all this tail. Open it up. And so that you can stick it under the knot and pull that knot to the center of your neck here. Put that knot or put that tail underneath that knot. And as you pull it through, pull it to the side and pull it all the way out as far as it'll go. And you'll notice that it starts to form a top and a bottom. Take the top and start pulling that down all the way to the knot. And do it on both sides, all the way down until you've got it all pulled out in the back. Now, you have some extra stuff up here, and it's kind of extra material, and I like to get that down. So I'll start to the side of my temple, and I'll start pulling it down and working back past my ear, pulling all that extra stuff down and putting it underneath this wrap right here. And it smooths out. But now you've got to go over here and do the same thing. So start pulling all the way down and going all the way to the back, all the way to the knot in the back, and shoving it under that wrap part that you have there so that on both sides it's flatter to the head. Go back, make sure that it's still down to the eyebrow. Now you need to come to the ears. I like to make sure that mine is directly behind my ear so I don't have a lot of head or skin showing back here. And so I will just pull it, make sure that it comes to the ear so that there's no flesh showing or no head or neck or anything like that. It's being totally covered up. Now, having done that, all we need to do now, basically, is just take your thumbs, because if you've done this properly, it'll be kind of tight on the head. So just take your thumbs and go under each side there, and it just a little bit, and it loosens it up, takes the pressure off the forehead. Now, the next thing you can do is put your shades on if you want. I always have shades with me, and the reason for it is, and I guess I'll explain it here, although sometimes with my bandage it needs to be changed and I can't change it, and sometimes things kind of leak through a little bit. I know that sounds terrible, but by wearing these shades at any time I can pull them down over and cover up what may be coming through. What this has done is it's made it possible for me to be sociable with people at church and around. And, you know, when I'm hiking or when I'm out there in public. I was at Edisto Beach, and this 5-year-old boy saw me drive by or ride by on my bike, and he says, "Daddy, a pirate." and he was smiling, and I had to laugh at that. Maybe we do look a little bit like a pirate, but the thing is I like this way of making my bandanas. I don't know what your situation is. If you have cancer and you need something to cover your head, or even if you care to take the time to do this, maybe you don't want to take the time to do this, but it gives me a way to protect myself. I don't know how else to say this, from things that concern me with my cancer situation here. I don't care to get into it any more than just say that Duke University Medical Center and all their doctors, they got together and they did all their tests, and when they told me what they were going to do for my cancer, I thought about it. I did my own research. I have published research, been published in journals, and so I knew where to go and who to get information from, and I resolved in my mind that I was not going to go ahead and follow their recommendations for having my eye removed and orbital bone taken out, and then chemotherapy and all those other kinds of things that go on. I opted not to do that. And but your situation may not be drastic. It just may be something where you want to wear a bandana for your bike or for hiking. This keeps the sweat out of my eyes. When I'm biking, I've never had a situation, and with this roll here, I've never had a situation where my sunglasses, my shades fell off. They've stayed up there. I simply put them on, and I go down the road 70 miles an hour. I since sold my motorcycle. That was a great regret. I thought several years ago that I wasn't going to be around, that my life was basically over. And I've managed with my diet and other kinds of things to prolong my situation. I'm not in pain. For that, I am very thankful. I went through 2 months of absolutely severe pain. I don't know what was going on with my eye. It was like having a tremendous toothache in my eye, and I didn't know how I was going to survive that. I had a friend come over, and she took me out to the park where we would walk for 45 minutes to an hour, and that was the only way I could get my mind off the pain. But that, for some reason, left, and after 2 months, and so now for the past 4 years, I've been pain-free. I know this thing is getting progressively involved. I know what the outcome probably is going to be, but in the meantime, I have had a very happy and full life. I've done lots of videos of my garden, my organic garden, and organic gardening with wood chips, and I just have some fun things that I share with my friends and family. I've taken flint and shown people how to, with flint, start fires, and how to make cotton rolls where you could have something that would easily light with a flint, and just all kinds of fun things that I have been involved with my videos. So just go Perry Rush if you want, YouTube, and then type in, you probably have to type in the subject you're interested in to get me, like Perry Rush Edisto, Perry Rush this, or Perry Rush that, if you're familiar with some of the things that I do. Again, this is for friends and family. I'm not monetized, do not care to make money, do not care to go by any rules or any expectations that people may have. This is just a fun thing to do. I hope this has been helpful to you. I know that tying this bandana and wearing these shades has been a lifesaver for me. And hopefully, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, it'll be helpful to you as well.